Good evening, guests and fellow Toastmasters. A warm welcome to today's meeting of the Toastmaster Club of Lucknow. I am Toastmaster Kshitija, your surrogate at arms for this evening. The meeting will run for 2 hours, from 4 to 6 p.m. You are expected to stay for the entire duration. Let me begin by stating the mission of our club: to provide a conductive, supportive, and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in a greater self-confidence and personal growth. Before we begin, a few guidelines. Please keep your microphone muted when you are not speaking. Unmute only when you are asked by the Toastmaster of the day or table topics master. Please avoid any public chat conversation while someone is speaking, as it may distract them. To volunteer during table topics, simply raise your hand. Also, watch out for the green, yellow, and red timer cards on this screen. At the end of every segment, please cast your ballot when the polls are appear. I also request everyone to refrain from any derogatory remarks on religion, politics, or any sensitive topics. As a club, we believe in diversity and inclusion. Let us keep this space respectful and welcoming for all. Now, it is my pleasure to invite our presiding officer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Suraj, hails from Vaisali, Bihar. The world's first democracy. A graduate in history, he is a man who loves both reading and listening to books. Please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Suraj.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kshitija, for such a warm welcome and introduction. Uh, Very wonderful good evening to all fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm so happy to be the presiding officer of today's meeting. And unlike other meeting, and I mean, unlike the structure of the Toastmaster meetings, we, I think, are always off the cuff to adopt the meetings structure in a very different way. And today we are going to have that. And I would, as I can see that we don't have any guests, so we won't require to have the introduction session for anyone at as of now. And but before I move on to the session, as we have already decided that we are going to have some TTM session and some fun session, of course. So before we move on to the session, I would just like to invoke some thought, or I would just like to invoke some conversation where everyone is free to come in and everyone is, I would request everyone to feel free to say or express yourself anything you want to share uh, going on inside the inside India or even outside the India, or any like custom related, culture related, anything anyone who wants to share, or anyone who has felt something new, some new experiences recently, then I would like to listen to that. Anyone who really is quite interested in sharing something, then please share. The stage is yours. Yeah, Toastmaster Manvi, please.
Since you mentioned that it is not about anything that is happening here, it can be anything that I experienced. I have been hearing a lot about the World Championship that happened recently. I think 2 days ago or 1 day ago only. And the results were announced. Even though it was 5 or 6 a.m. in India while that was happening, and in Canada when people were attending World Champion, it was evening. I heard that our district actually organized a live stream, and you won't believe there were people who woke up early just to see that live event. And I was amazed, how can someone just wake up so early just to witness a few people speaking? But on the other hand, I have heard many people saying that we forget while we are speaking. And it happens with everyone. And this is the live incident that happened this time at the world stage, wherein one of the, I think, last or last second speaker, I'm not sure because I was not there witnessing it live. Last or last second speaker actually forgot while going on stage at that level. And that made me realize it is not just about speaking or it is not just about forgetting, but it is about being confident and it is about knowing what to do next. So we should not, what do we say? We should not be scared when we are there or at any level when we go to stage and speak. So that was something that I realized recently, even though I didn't witness it live, but that was something that people are talking about.
Wow. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manvi. See, the people who woke up early in the morning, I'll just take a few seconds, Toastmaster Smoothie, then the stage will be yours. I would again highly respect the dedication of the people who woke up early in the morning in India to see the Toastmaster International Speech Competition. And I would also respect the dedication of and devotion of the people who are actually aware about it, because even I am the Toastmaster and I'm not aware about this particular event, right? This particular speech competition which has just recently happened. So again I would say that and again the insight which you have shared, Toastmaster Manvi, that doesn't matter where we are, we must not forget what is our next course of action. And so again, that event has so many things for all of us to learn. And thank you so much for sharing this story and this all the things about this particular event. Now the stage goes to Toastmaster Smurti. Who wants to share something?
I would like to continue from where Toastmaster Manvi left, and I was among those fortunate individuals. I got a chance to go through each and every speeches, and the speaker which Toastmaster Manvi was mentioning, uh, though he forgot at that particular moment, the environment was completely different. That was not the best part. The best part was when the certificates were given to the participants, the eight finalists. He had the maximum applauses, the outstanding ovations, and the crowd stood up just to appreciate, support, and whatnot. And it was the most goosebump moment of the entire meeting or the event. That shows that when you are speaking, it's not only you who is speaking, people are with you. Nobody wants you to fail. Everyone wants you to just speak up and continue. And the moment the entire crowd was totally different. I witnessed something which I never witnessed before in an international stage. So that just made my midnight, I can say. So yeah, thanks to the district for organizing it. And if it goes live, then I would urge each one of you to go and witness that particular speech. And if I get a chance, I'll share the same. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster Suraj.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Murthy, for the continuation of the story, right, from where Toastmaster Manvi ended. And that's how, like you just mentioned, the environment, the ambience we create as a Toastmaster, right? That conducive environment where no matter who you are, you will always be supported and encouraged. I also saw the Toastmaster Priya raising the hand. So the stage is yours, Toastmaster Priya.
I actually would like some words of wisdom from Toastmaster Smriti on this very topic that Manvi so beautifully shared with us. I was one of the unfortunate ones. I wasn't able to connect at the time of the World Speech Contest, and I missed watching it live. But Toastmaster Smriti, I wanted some input from you, rather guidance that if when we participate in contests, uh, the eventuality that this can happen with anybody is very, very high. So, what would be your 2 cents to us as Toastmasters who would be competing at club contests or other contests? How should we maintain our equilibrium and sanity at such a point when we realize, oops, this has happened, that we've forgotten our speech or missed the opening or something like that?
Well, Toastmaster Priya, that's a very, I can say, unfortunate event which happened. Having said that, what the speaker did is just to, that's your moment actually. That's your moment when unfortunately you miss the script or you miss the line. But what I can share from my experience and exposure, that's your speech. You have written it. It is not someone else's life which you are narrating. Even if you tweak it, you change it, you mold it, it is going to be part of your speech only. So, what I can suggest, and it's applicable to each one of us, we can understand, first of all, it's important to calm yourself, to breathe, to know that it's absolutely okay. You are still on that particular stage. Own it and just proceed whatever your heart feels like. You want to proceed from a different tangent all put together. You want to stop it there with a very strong call to action. Or you want to completely make it humorous, accept it that, hey, I forgot it, completely up to the speaker. But whatever it may be, and whatever we end up doing it, that's the right decision. Never sit and regret once the competition is over, because nobody, it's not everybody get that courage to take that stage and speak. You took that courage, and that means a lot. So whatever you decide, whatever happens, that's the right decision which you have taken. If anybody would like to pitch in, but that's my humble submission, Toastmaster Priya. I hope it helped.
Thank you, Toastmasters Smriti. I wanted to ask you not only for myself, but I think all of us here would really gain a lot from all the inputs you have shared today, because it's very important that we keep all these aspects in mind which you have shared, because it only gives us all the more confidence that, hey, we'll be there, but it's okay. Whatever happens, it is our script. We can tweak it the way we want. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priya, for asking a very insightful question to a very experienced Toastmaster Smurti. And I I had a like the 2 cents Toastmaster Smurti shared, that there was a lot for all of us. Of course, like when we are down, and when it comes to picking ourselves up on the such situation, after that it really means a lot, and then we don't have to again carry the baggage or the regret, as Toastmaster Smriti has shared. So Toastmaster Smriti, thank you so much for sharing the insights. And now moving forward, as I can see that we have two guests as well now. So I can see guest Chandra Prakash and guest Darshika. So I would request them, if possible from your end, then you can come on the camera. And I would also request your brief introduction, so that we all can know you are who you are and from where you are joining. If you are comfortable.
So, okay, bro. My name is Chandra Prakash, and I am from member of the Toastmaster Club, Ghaziabad, and I am the part of the Toastmaster Club Lucknow, and I was also the part of the Toastmaster Club Ghaziabad. So currently, I became the part of the Toast member of the Toastmaster Club Ghaziabad from since March, and I'm currently also be the part of the Toastmaster Club Lucknow here in Lucknow. And I am working with one of the paints company here in Lucknow. So I want my purpose to join this Toastmaster for the improvement of communication skill and leadership skills. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you so much,
So
Chandra Prakash. Yes,
yeah.
please.
So from the club member, the Sankhya and Astos has suggested me, if you don't have the time to visit the club on the offline basis, then you just one of the club in our Lucknow as well that they are working online, so you can become the part of those meeting as well.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chandra Prakash, for joining us, and I hope that you will be throughout the meeting. Now I
Yeah.
would move to guest Darshika for her brief introduction.
Hello, I am Darshika and I'm from Lucknow itself. I am currently pursuing my master's in social work, and the Toastmaster member Akshat, he suggested me to attend this meeting because he told me that there are very good public speakers and you can learn a lot in the session how to communicate well. So I was just looking forward to join, like what are the topics they speak on and how they communicate. So just looking forward to see how you all speak. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Darshika. Of course, you will see today's meeting happening in a very different way. We are not going to follow the normal structure of the Toastmasters meet, but yes, still you will definitely enjoy the meeting, and I hope that you'll be here throughout the meeting. And now, uh, moving forward, I would request our general evaluator, first of all, uh, on the stage, who is
Toastmaster
Toastmaster.
Suraj, if you possible, just could you just check your mic because your voice is coming slow. Ramesh,
I- is it for everyone? Am I clear when it comes to voice?
I can hear you properly.
Your voice is
okay,
clear.
okay, it
Toastmaster.
might be from my side only.
Okay, okay. So, okay. Everyone, thank you so much, everyone, for participating in the presiding officer's session. I would say, I think one of the best, I would say, meeting where, as a presiding officer, I have had taken lots of time. Right. Of course, I didn't take that much time. Speakers were there, but I would say that I really enjoyed this role for the very first time and in the very best way. So now I would like Toastmaster Priya, who is a marketing professional and business management academician with a deep passion for creative writing, poetry, and purposeful service. She channels her love for poetic expression through her podcast, Soulful Scrolls. I have listened to it, and I would also request viewers to try to listen to her. She joined Toastmasters driven by her desire to enhance her public speaking skills and grow as an influential voice to make a positive difference and inspire others. So, everyone, please welcome me. Please help me welcoming Toastmaster Priya, who will be the general evaluator of today's meeting. Toastmaster Priya, the stage is yours.
A very good evening to all Toastmasters and guests present today. Uh, well, as we were discussing about the World Speech Championship contest today, and we witnessed. I mean, I heard about how one of the participants was not able to perform. It made me reflect on the thought that this happens so much with all of us sometime or the other in our lives, whether as Toastmasters or other in other cases also. Something that we have planned doesn't go as per plan, or as a Toastmaster we miss up or slip up on our speech, or we may falter in a presentation during a meeting. But in spite of all that, it is not a failure, because every one of these moments and experiences are actually an opportunity to learn from, improve, and move forward. So, as the general evaluator of today's meeting, I will just observe the entire meeting and discover and help us to understand how the experiences of the role takers that are shared today help can be improved through the lens of learning and help us to evolve into better speakers, communicators, and move forward. So, this mammoth task cannot be done alone. I have a team comprising of the grammarian, none other than Toastmaster Suraj. Toastmaster Suraj hails from Vaishali. He is a graduate in history, loves reading books, and has served in multiple roles at the Toastmasters Club of Lucknow as a secretary, sergeant at arms, vice president education, and currently as the president of the club. He is a very he is very adept in his roles, and he's a multitasker. He's ready to take up all the roles that need to ensure that the meeting functions smoothly. So, with that, I would like to welcome him and please share the rules of the grammarian. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priya, the general evaluator of today's meeting, for introducing me. As a grammarian, my job will be to pay heed to each and every speaker's words and how they speak, whatever they speak, and I will also keep the note of good usages and usages which are not grammatically correct. And I would also give you all the word of the day, which we all have to use as many times as possible. I would request everyone, if you see someone using word of the day, please acknowledge that and please appreciate that, either just by giving thumbs up, or you can just give some kind of virtual expression. The word of the day is lenient. Lenient, I'll just spell it lenient. It means not as strict as it is required. For example, the judge was lenient while punishing the real culprit. The judge was lenient while punishing the real culprit. Lenient. I hope that I'm clear. I will also drop the word of the day and its meaning with example in the chat box so that you can have a reference to use it and see it as and when required and whenever you want to see it. Uh, Now back to Toastmaster of the not sorry, General Evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Priya. Thank you so
Thank,
much.
thank you so much, Toastmaster Suraj, for explaining your role. As the general evaluator and the team of the general evaluator, we beg your pardon today, but we will not be able to be lenient in our evaluation. And we would, because the main objective is to help us all improve and become better speakers. With that, I'd like to now call upon our counter for today's meeting, Toastmasters Kshitija. Toastmaster Kshitija likes exploring adventure in life and loves learning new things. She would want to, her objective is in life is to do something meaningful for the fellow humans of the planet Earth. That's such a wonderful goal in life. Toastmaster Kshitija, over to you to explain the role of the R counter.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priya, for my introductions. Uh, I will be AHA counter. Uh, Greetings to all of you, first of all. And the purpose of AHA counter is to note words, sounds that are used as crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During this meeting, I will listen overused words like well, but, so, I will also listen for filler sounds like I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrases such as I, this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you, Toastmaster Priya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kshitija, for explaining your role as the R counter. And the third member of my team is the timer, none other than Toastmaster Manvi. Toastmaster Manvi needs no introduction, but for the benefit of the guest, she is a biotechnologist turned into a psychology enthusiast, pursuing her postgraduate diploma in training and development from ISTD Delhi. Interest interacting with people, making friends, and giving surprises. Over to you, Toastmaster Manvi, for the timer rules.
Thank you so much, Journal Evaluator. Good evening, fellow members and guests. Like Toastmaster Suraj said, we have to be lenient, but today, being a timer, I won't be lenient with anyone who will be speaking on stage. Hence, being the role taker, that to an important one, I'll be helping you all with the timing part, as the name suggests, and I'll be showing you few cards. The session today is all about impromptu speaking, and for impromptu speaking, the timing is 1 to 2 minutes. The blue screen that is visible right now as my tile will be staying constant throughout the meeting. As soon as the 1 minute of your speech will be over, a green card will be shown that you can see on the screen now. As soon as 1 minute 30 seconds will be over, a yellow card will come on screen, and as soon as 2 minutes will be done, the red card will come on screen. After this specific red card, you have 30 seconds to wind up your speech, impromptu speeches. Anyone who speaks for less than 1 minute and more than 2 minutes, 30 seconds will be disqualified. So I'll request all the speakers to please wind up your speeches as soon as possible after the red card, and please speak till the green card. A minimum of 1 minute is what I will suggest you all. I'll be back with my timing report towards the end of the session whenever the general evaluator calls upon. That was me being the timer, and trust me, the report won't be lenient to anyone. So, Toastmaster Priya, the stage is all yours.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Manvi, for the crisp explanation of the timer rules. Yes, the entire General Evaluators team is going to be on top of this meeting, giving a very keen lens, looking at very keenly to check what all good is happening and what all we need to work upon without showing any leniency today. So, with that, I'd hand over the stage back to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Suraj. Thank you. We'll come back at the end of the meeting when called upon to share our report. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator, for explaining your role and also helping us with all the tag role players who will be in your team evaluating the entire meeting. Now, I request everyone to be ready for an exciting session, which will be, of course, conducted by one of the most seasoned Toastmaster Akshat, who is a seasoned technology manager and a tech enthusiast who hails from the vibrant city of Lucknow, the city of Nawabs, right? Akshat has spent his formative years in Lucknow, deeply connecting with its rich culture and dynamic tech community. His extensive experience in managing cutting edge technology projects and his unwavering passion for innovative make him an invaluable addition to Toastmaster. Now I would request Toastmaster Akshat to come on the stage and let us let us be on a new journey, I would say, in this session, in this meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suraj, for wonderfully introducing me to the entire audience. and I can think of lenience on two counts. So as a role, table topic master is the most lenient role in the entire scheme of role players, just because the table topic master allows you to let your mind be free and think of as many ideas as you can and be ready for your table topic. The second thing where I feel I need some bit of I would need all of you to be a bit lenient is that today I would not be able to switch on my cam, which is something that I hate. I would always like to be on cam, but today, because of some personal reasons, I would not be able to be on cam. All right. So with that, I think we can start off with a round of table topics. Just to reiterate, table topic is an impromptu speech session in which a speaker is supposed to speak for a minimum duration of 1 minute to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. While there is no hard stop at when you need to stop, but a red card would be shown to you as soon as 2 minutes are over, right? And try to speak for at least a minute. While this is just a guideline, nothing prevents you from stopping short of a minute if you can't gain more ideas during that time. All right. So I think because of a few guests like Darshika and Chandra Prakash, I think let's have one of the most seasoned Toastmasters open the table topic session for today. And how about starting with Toastmaster Suraj?
Yes, Toastmaster Akshat.
All right, Toastmaster Suraj, your topic for today is, if you had rupees 10 lakh to spend today, if you had rupees 10 lakhs to spend today, what would you do with it? If you had rupees 10 lakhs to spend today, what would you do with it? Toastmaster Suraj.
Well, I'm in the city of one of the most developed, I would say, and modern cities of India, which is also called a city of dreams. And I don't think that 10 lakhs rupees, if I have to spend, I need to think much. And I don't think that if I have to spend it, then I need to visit so many markets, right? Because I'm in Mumbai and I think I will be quite judicious in terms of spending it. So I'll go for two or three things which are my favorite. And first, I'll just try to book tickets, right? I'll just book one tour for myself, right, of Northeast India first. Second, I'll go to a crossword shop where I think I'll buy, I think, most of their books. Not most of course, but I think I'll buy so many books for myself along with a shelf so that I can give those books a right place for themselves. And then I'll go maybe Taj Hotel or maybe some of the famous restaurants in Mumbai, especially in Kulaba, and I will try to explore all the restaurants and coffee shops which I haven't explored, right? And definitely, I will also try some of my friends to be with me so that I can just splurge some money on them, and when I will be around 8 lakhs rupees, right? So I think some money, if I don't have any obligation to spend all the money, I will also try to keep 2 lakhs of rupees in the saving account so that I can use it for the future purpose. But if I have to spend it all, then definitely I have so many things. I think buy some of the pairs of clothes, maybe some formal, some casual, which I like, right? Which is in my bucket list, I would say. And then I will try to, I think this much would be enough. And I don't think that 10 lakhs rupees will be that much enough that I cannot spend. And I'm so happy, first of all, that I will get 10 lakhs of rupees just to explore the way I would like to. So that's all. That's the way I would explained. Now back to table topics, Master Toastmaster Akshat.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suraj. The ways in which you plan to spend your money does talk about the fact that you know what are the things to explore in Mumbai. That's one thing. The second thing is, despite trying to splurge the money, you're also thinking of saving some bit of it and keeping it in a savings account. So you always have that sanity in you to actually save some bit of, even if let's say you have been given a full hand at spending something. So well done. Great take on the topic. All right, so I would now move on. So we have seen one Toastmaster attempting a table topic. Uh, Toastmaster Chandra Prakash, would you like to take the next topic? Toastmaster Chandra Prakash, can you hear me? All right, I think we don't have a response from Chandra Prakash, so we will move on to the next candidate. How about inviting Toastmaster Smriti to take up the next topic?
Yes, and my apology, I'll be off camera, but I'm ready.
All right, Toastmaster Smriti, here comes your topic. Just give me a second. Toastmaster Smriti, one thing you are surprisingly good at. One thing you are surprisingly good at. Toastmaster Smriti.
Well said by Mr. Abraham Lincoln that whatever you are, be a good one. I am good at in being a good one. Life was never lenient on me. Neither was I. We always maintained a fair social distancing. I'll not bother it, and it will not bother me in return. But unfortunately, things works differently. I am no alien here, hence my life was not something different, but I was always Alice in the Wonderland whenever it was needed. Year 2021, when things were different, when life was different, when I was asked, requested, let me say forced, to change and make a U turn, to stop the career, to leave the friends, to say my parting words to family, and move to the city of dreams, the country of dreams, the United States of America. What I can do? I decided what I can do the best. I decided to be the good one. I decided to restart my journey, make it not a career break, but an educational break. I decided to pursue my second master's degree. I decided to add flair to my public speaking, join Toastmasters. I decided to be helpful and serve back, so I started doing pro bonos in educating people in imparting knowledge of public speaking. So that's what I did. So if you ask me ever, Toastmaster Akshat, what one thing I can do and I'm good at, I'm being good at being a good one. And as I said, I'm not alone. We all have that potential. When life throws you in difficult situation, if you can't be anything, be the good one. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Smriti. What an excellent take. And I completely agree with you that anything that you're trying to do, you should be good at it, even if that improvement is incremental. And the way you have mentioned about changing places, moving to a different city, and doing a double masters. Like, a lot of people are already fed up with doing one bit of education, but here you are talking about doing double masters. So that's excellent, and that is inspiring for a lot of us to look at life in ways where we can be the good one. Thanks a lot. And with that, we have seen the two Toastmasters uh, from TMCL have spoken so well on the topic. With that, I would now move on to, can we have Kshitija take up the next topic?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, Kshitija. Toastmaster Kshitija, fame or anonymity? Fame or anonymity? Toastmaster Kshitija.
Uh, Being an introvert, I will choose not fame. Of course, I will choose anonymity because I don't want people should know me, and I don't want people should know my existence. All I want that I wanted to be myself, wanted to work for myself, what I like, and I don't want fame because I don't want it to be judged by others. I don't judge anybody, so I don't want people to judge me as well because my perspective of life is so different how others perceive. Uh, I feel like if I live my life in a way that nobody's watching me, I will able to do what I wanted to do. There's something if I'm famous or if people know me, I have kind of burden that okay, I have to be aware of things what I'm doing. I would not be allowed to do things that can be uh, not accepted for others. So the kind of burden of I don't want that. I really wanted to live my life in a way the way I want. That's why I will choose anonymity. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kshitija. Well, while I was listening to you while you were speaking, you spoke in such a thoughtful way. Like, everything that you spoke about being anonymous makes a lot of sense. And to an extent, I also feel and believe that, fame is just an outcome of what we are doing. And sometimes that fame might be unwanted. And especially in the day and age that we are living, some of that fame is unsolicited also. So thanks a lot. I think that's a very wonderful take. With that, I would now move on to how about inviting Toastmaster Manvi?
Yes, I can take the topic.
All right, Toastmaster Manvi. I'll be a bit lenient to you. All right. So, Toastmaster Manvi, your favorite excuse for being late. Your favorite excuse for being late, Toastmaster Manvi.
I was late because I was stuck in traffic. That is the best excuse that I usually give because that is not in my control. I cannot just fly and move to the place as soon as possible. I cannot just maybe swim and move to the place as soon as possible. Something that is not in your control should be the best excuse that you can make for any and everything. May it be being late in the contest, may it be being late in the meeting, late to a friends get together, or late to a party. And even late to schools and college and whatnot. My dear friends, I got the opportunity to speak on the excuse I make on being late. But people who know me, they know I reach to the places 30 minutes before time, 40 minutes before time, and even an hour before time. People usually call me, why cannot you be on time? Why cannot after we see you coming after when we all are actually there? Why cannot you just step into the shoes of being lazy and be there a little late? Hence, people are actually fed up of going with me because I usually take people early to the places where they have to be 30, 40 minutes after the specific time. So, Toastmaster Akshat, the excuse that you mentioned, or the excuse you asked me for being late was just an excuse that my cousins, my family members, and my friends make. Manvi, I'm stuck in traffic. You'll have to wait for me. Manvi, I am stuck in traffic and I'll take an hour or so to reach that specific place. Please wait for me. And the only thing I can say is, okay, I am waiting. Because I know they cannot fly and reach to the place early. They cannot run and remove all the traffic and reach to the place early. Hence, my dear friends, whenever you are stuck, whenever you are late just because you were sleeping, mention you are stuck in traffic, hence I am late. Toastmaster Akshat, why were you late? Over to you.
Toastmaster Manu, I was late because I was stuck in traffic. So that's the so being a person who's very disciplined, like you would reach on time, or I would say reach in time, and yet you would also endorse the fact that being stuck in traffic is actually very very easy to use and it works on most occasions. For me, I remember that one of my friends was eagerly waiting for me, but I was at the airport and I saw a good coffee shop. So I decided to sip coffee. And the only excuse that I used was that, I was stuck in traffic. So it actually works. Thanks a lot for such a wonderful take on the topic. And with that, I think we have guest Darshika. So, Darshika, would you like to speak on a topic uh, for you for today? I think it's okay even if you speak little and however you want to speak. So, would you like to take up a topic?
Yes, sure.
All right. Guest Darshika, travel alone or with friends? Travel alone or with friends? Guest Darshika.
Okay, so although I have never traveled solo, I have always traveled in a group, either with my friends, family, or some other colleagues, because I always prefer traveling with the group because it helps you in traveling and it helps you get along with cultures and even with other people. Because when you are in a group, you get to know things easily and you get a company because you get to know how to go to a place, how to navigate, and even if you get some problems, some people in your group can help you. Although solo traveling is also something which I would like to navigate, but if given an option, I would always choose to go with my friends because my friends are a great company for me, and I don't have to worry about anything if I am with my friends, because I know we will sort something together when we are in a group. Thank you.
Thank you, guest Darshika, for such a wonderful take. And I read somewhere that people who travel in groups also have the opportunity to actually read other people better while they are traveling. So if you want to judge someone, obviously many a times we end up judging people. The best way to judge them is while they are on a travel plan with you. Because you get to see so many different facets of people when they are part of your travel itinerary. So thanks a lot. Yes, Darshika, being a first time speaker in this forum, you actually could speak quite a lot. So well done. With
Thank
that,
you.
with that, I would now move on to our general evaluator, who would I believe she would be happy to take up the next topic.
Sure, Toastmaster Akshat.
Toastmaster Priya, luxury or simplicity? Luxury or simplicity? Toastmaster Priya.
Who doesn't want luxury? Everyone wants to have a very comfortable life with all the comforts to enjoy, whether it is material comfort, a comfort of a beautiful bungalow, a car, or going to wonderful destinations and even taking holidays to exotic places. But if I am asked to choose, I am the one who will definitely go for simplicity. I believe that simplicity is the best policy because simplicity ensures that you are always connected within and you are never judged by the world. You are leading a simple life, following your own principles, and that is what my father always taught us. When I was young, my father always told me, don't look at your friends who may be splurging and, having a lot of comforts in life. Lead a simple life, be a good human being, and always be there for the ones you love. Show empathy for people who need you. And that has always stuck with me. I always feel that leading a simple life enables us to stay grounded and humble and enables us to make a difference in not only our own lives but also in the lives of others because we do not have any outward appearance, any fake pretentious attitude towards ourselves. We are what we are inside and outside. So it makes us people whom others can connect with easily and make our life less complicated. I think in today's world we all need to keep life simple rather than complicating it for ourselves and those around us. Back to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priya. And now this makes me actually refer to one of the quotes that I find my friend always displaying in his WhatsApp status. And that quote says, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. So I think whatever points you have spoken about simplicity do actually hold very true. And I think that's the kind of sophistication we all should be aiming for. So thanks a lot. And with that, I can see Toastmaster Chandra Prakash raise his hand and message me. So Toastmaster Chandra Prakash, are you ready for the next table topic?
Yes, yes, I am ready for the next table topic.
Perfect. I can see you on cam, so that's excellent because we have a very few people today who are actually on cam. Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, Toastmaster Chandra Prakash, what is your favorite time of the day and why? What is your favorite time of the day and why, Toastmaster Chandra Prakash?
So for me, a favorite time of the day is when yeah, on Sunday, because on Sunday, uh, 10 to 12:30 I went to the Toastmaster, and eagerly waiting for those moments, those time on a week. And when I meet the Toastmasters, and we have reached the age of, I am also the age of the 40, and still I am learning. The people there, Toastmaster came for the learnings and the improving. We all came for the improvement, and that energy that realized me that. I am still young, still behave like a student, still having the energy to learn something, to improve myself. So that's a moment, and it is give me a lot of energy that if I carry those energy in a beat that just remind me again and again that you just Chandraprakash, you do something on yourself. You just motivate me that I just practice on daily basis. I try to just learn the new things, add into the my daily life so that uh, develop my day-to-day life. And then also when it came the half of week when I finished, then next Sunday is also going to come, and I am preparing for next Sunday that I am going to deliver this speech into the Toastmaster. I am going to prove to myself into the Toastmaster. Then one thing that I also learned that will also add some value in my life as well as I career. So I for me the time is very important and precious for me that when I became the part of this Toastmaster, and I just enjoy a lot with the friends, with the Toastmaster, within the meetings, and when the meeting has been out, and then we go for the coffee, go for there we share a lot of the no, our ideas and those things. I am working in a corporate sector where there are a lot of the cutthroat competitions, meetings, all also there. Everything is there, but everybody is fighting for their, prove themselves. We are that part of this world. But in Toastmaster, we came uh, for improving, learning, supporting, and not just came for the yeah, thank you so much, uh table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster
Yeah.
Chandra Prakash, for sharing your point of view. And if I were to also look at my Sundays, I think my Sundays are a lot more fulfilling than the rest of the days. And I believe a lot of you would agree that the kind of expression that we all enjoy being part of Toastmasters, that is actually very, very fulfilling. So it doesn't matter, what day it is, but basically the time of the day when you are expressing yourself in the best possible ways is actually the time that you enjoy. So thanks a lot, Toastmaster Chandra Prakash. I think we are done with all the contestants, and I would also now like to move on to the next segment that I have in mind for today. And for that segment, I would want all of you to actually use an emoji to show your interest in participating. All right, so you can raise your hands and let me tell you about what the next topic is. So the next topic is a common topic for all of you. And it's not like, you have to do a monologue. You can just share your, just like in news channels, the anchor would provide you 1 minute of time to speak on that topic. Whatever comes to your mind, you speak on that topic. But that topic in itself is a social topic, and you're free to express your opinion the way you want to express. But I would want everyone to take a shot at it. And we can go round robin, or whoever wants to raise the hand first can speak. But if someone could time that person for a minute, that would be great. Even if, let's say, we don't time, it's okay. Let the person speak. All right, so I would give you a minute to just think about the topic, structure it in your mind, and just contribute to the topic. All right. And the topic is checking your partner's phone a sign of trust or a lack of it? Is checking your partner's phone a sign of trust or lack of it, think for a minute, and then whoever raises the hand first can go ahead and speak about it. Or else I would, invite one by one. All right. So think about, you can take a couple of minutes to on the topic. Again, repeating the topic, is checking your partner's phone a sign of trust or a lack of it? All right. Are we good to go now? So this might be a hypothetical situation for some of you who may not be into relationships, but still, let's give it a shot. So who should I call first? Anyone who is eager to raise or raising the hand, or shall I call people who are smiling more, like Toastmaster Suraj? All right. So Toastmaster Suraj, you're smiling quite a lot. So let's bring you on stage. Toastmaster Suraj, your 1 minute,
Yes.
1.5 minutes. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akshat. Well, I think instead of checking out anything in the phone, I think better you go in the eyes and then see what's there, right? Because it's not just about a life partner, it's about your friend, it's about your best friend, it's about your parents, it's about your sibling. Because already we have or we are in a bond which we respect and we are aware about lots of things. We know each other very well, and whenever something happens, whether it's good or bad, I will be in a place where I will be listening to everything, right? So I think instead of checking anything in the phone, better I would ensure that there is clear communication, there is better coordination, better warmth in the relationship, I would say, and understanding, most important. And in that case, I think, because I have realized, I have felt that uh, in most of the situation, I think eyes will be the best thing which can tell me if something is wrong there, right? And then I will definitely talk and then sort out the issues and the things which whatever will be there. So that's all from my end. I think instead of phone, I think the eye should be the place we should look for the truth. Back to Toastmaster Akshat.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suraj. So an eye-to-eye communication is what you're talking about. So if that communication is clear, you need not go beyond into checking gadgets and devices. All right, excellent. With that, I now move on to, let me just ask the next person. So, Toastmaster Chandra Prakash, what's your take on this topic?
So, my take on this topic, that it depend upon the trust, that you depend upon the faith. If someone faith on you, they can give you their phone that you check. And if I talk about with my family, so my wife and I, we both are, and we can use any one of them phone. She is using my phone. Sometime I left my phone at my home, and sometime I use her phone and take the phone. There is uh, not any barriers and that between us. But if you just one opinion, that if you just check in someone phone that forcefully, and then they are, yeah, she is, yeah, he is not going to give you your phone, that you check, therefore they do not allow you, and you forcefully you wanted to check, your intention that you wanted to check on her and his phone, that might be so that in you are not, that person is not trustworthy, and you are just going to check their phone because of you just your intention to check, that he and she might be some fault, and so that is why you wanted to check her and his phone. So that, so it may be the violation of trust. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chandra Prakash. So, Suraj is talking about an eye to eye communication, and Chandra Prakash is talking about the trust is implicit, and where there is trust, you may not face this issue. With that, I would now move on to Kshitija. Kshitija, would you like to share your thoughts?
Yeah, yeah. So I strongly believe that partners should, if they are trusting each other, they should not check each other's phone, because trusting is different thing, and like checking up, like checking each other each time, every single time, is like you are controlling, you wanted to control others life, and this is kind of insecurity. And if there is insecurity, that means you are lacking trust. Although I don't have experience, any experience like that, but I feel if your partner is checking phone, yeah, or I am as a partner checking phone, that means I'm not trusting that person. If there is any doubt or anything, that is, uh, I should communicate with them directly instead of checking phone and doing this kind of things, like wanted to control someone else's life. I will choose that communication directly if we have any kind of doubt or any thought, instead of just checking phone others. Yeah, this is my thought.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kshitija. So, you also spoke pertinently about, not being insecure about checking each other's phones, and some level of trust that should be there, that should be implicit in such equations. All right, so now I would like to move on to Toastmaster Manvi.
Okay, can I start?
Yes.
My dear friends, I'm not sure checking partner's phone is right or not, but what I know is doubting your loved one is not right. Whenever we check something, that means we are doubting something or someone. Whenever we cross check someone or something, that means we are not sure whether the individual is saying right or wrong. that directly means we do not trust the individual who we love. And if we do not trust the individual we love, that means the relationship will never flourish. So, checking of device is not just about checking a message or a call or any and everything. But what you should, if you even have a doubt on someone, if you want to clarify something, just go to that individual and ask. Why can't we directly communicate without fearing, without doubting? That too positively. So my strong belief is we should not check not just a partner's phone, but anyone's phone or any device that the individual carries. May it be your friends, may it be your siblings. And trust me when I say this, I do have people who have my fingerprint in their phone, and I can open that on single click. But that trust with which they included my fingerprint is something that I have to maintain. They know I'll not doubt them. They'll know I'll not even check the device even if I have it for the whole day. That is the trust, that is the reliability, that is the compatibility that you should have in any and every relationship, my dear friends. And checking not just your partner's phone, but even your sibling, your daughter, son, your friends, your relatives' phone is not right because that is their personal property. And if you have doubt, go to that individual and ask. What happens is a healthy communication that will build your relationship stronger. So, Toastmaster Akshat, I am not sure checking phone is right or wrong, but what I know is communicating with the individual, even in doubt, even in anger, can save any and every relationship. The doubt only creates a hole between the relation or the bond we have with the individual. So I strongly believe we should not check the devices that people carry. And that was all from my side.
What a thoughtful take, Toastmaster Manvi. And just as you rightly mentioned about trust, it's commendable to see people trust you with fingerprints on other devices. So that speaks volumes about how much you value trust in your equation with other people. So thanks a lot. Very what a wonderful take. And with that, I think I would now move on to the next person. So let's ask if guest Darshika would like to speak on this topic. Guest Darshika, would you like to speak your mind on this topic?
Yes, I feel that checking your partner's phone is a lack of trust because if you have any security, insecurity, or any doubt in your mind, you can always communicate well. But if we check the phone of our partners, we will get even more suspicious, like if they have deleted anything. So I feel that we should be more open to communicating because checking your partner's phone will only trigger your own anxiety. It will make you feel that they are hiding something more, and it will then become a habit to check others' phone without asking them. So I feel that you should be more open with your thoughts, and if someone is or something is troubling you, then you can communicate with the person rather than checking their phone without asking them. Thank you.
Thank you, guest Darshika. You have gone ahead and amplified what the rest of the people have been talking about. So, excellent take. And this goes on to show that how much of trust, how much trust is important in all these equations. So, thanks a lot. With that, now I would like to move on to the next person. So, how about calling Toastmaster Smriti to share some insights?
Wow, this is one of the most ethical dilemma in any relationship and especially a marriage. The point blank answer is it is wrong. It is a lack of trust. If you have been led to the situation, acted on the situation, or even thinking about the situation, it means the trust is already gone. Now, I believe in one particular aspect that give neither counsel nor salt till you are asked for. Having said that, I would like to suggest that whenever you feel that you are in this particular situation or you are about to check phone, one thing is for sure, as I said, the trust is gone. Always question yourself with what intent and what led to the situation. If that is your only way out, I'm suddenly after listening to all the speaker thought to be the devil's advocate. If you are here in the situation and you are in the urge of checking phone, open communication is the answer. But do remember, you are doing something which you may not like in your future. If you don't like something for yourself, don't do it for others. Second, if you are checking the phone, it means that's the last ultimatum or the last straw which has been drawn from the relationship because you are doing with the intent of not informing the person, of already finding the other person guilty, and now you are just trying to collect evidence to back it. So I always personally feel if you don't want something to be done to you, don't do it to others. That's the only answer. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster Akshat.
Excellent take, Toastmaster Smriti. And the way you mentioned this to be a dilemma, I think that actually is the right way to put it. Because many a times we might be tempted, but then that in itself is an indication that things are going to fall apart. And therefore, this is something that we all should be mindful about and uh, look at the whys of that uh, situation wherein we are forced to be looking at others' mobile phones. So thanks a lot. That's an excellent take. With that, I would now move on to Toastmaster Priya. Toastmaster Priya,
This is a very interesting topic. And as I have heard so many of the fellow Toastmasters give their opinion, I firmly agree that yes, if you have a trust on your partner, there is no reason why you will check the partner's phone. And the only point I beg to differ here is that I was thinking about checking my husband's phone. But I have a slight twist here, a humorous twist here. We decided long back, my husband loves humorous jokes, and he just tells me that instead of flooding each other's mobile with, these Punjabi jokes and, the funny takes that come with AI, why don't we just look at the particular video from our respective phone? That means I can look at his phone and he can, and we can have a laugh rather than flooding each other. And that's what we do. But it's not in a hidden manner. I will take his phone in his presence and he can take mine without any, having any walls built or worries or doubts that, hey, he's going to check my other messages. No, not at all. So the trust is in place. Things are communicated clearly between us. And we still check each other's phone only to share information, humor, and something that will make us feel nice at the end of the day. Thank you. Over back to you, Toastmaster Akshat.
all right. Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Priya. So we now have ethical ways of checking for each other's phones, and the instructions are from Toastmaster Priya. So the underlying thing that Toastmaster Priya is talking about is that trust has to be there. It should be an open environment in which you are talking about checking each other's phones, and there is a trust inherent, and then only you are doing this. So thanks a lot. That makes a lot of sense. I think we have had a lot of interesting takes on this topic, and this is one topic that this keeps coming up once in a while when people are talking about such things, even in my friend circle. So thanks a lot. Excellent take. Everyone had a point of view, And the underlying principle that all of you highlighted is that there needs to be an open communication between the two people. There also needs to be a trust, and this is definitely a red flag if you are actually trying to look at someone's phone. So thanks a lot. Excellent take. And I think I'm done with both rounds of table topics.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akshat, for conducting two beautiful sessions and engaging all the audiences very well. But here comes the role of Toastmaster Manvi, where she take vow not to let TTM go without trying or attempting any topic. The Toastmaster Manvi, do you have any topic for Toastmaster Akshat? Or top instead of topic, better I would throw the same topic at you, Toastmaster Akshat, and we all would like to listen to your uh, perspectives upon the topic. So your time starts now.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suraj, for putting me in a difficult situation because being the table topic master, it's always easy to throw topics at people, but not trying to sound any bit controversial is a different ball game altogether. But I think it's an interesting topic for me also, though I also haven't had the a lot of experience in this matter. I would still like to say that no matter how much of trust is there, no matter how much uh, open communication is there, but I also understand that with the advent of mobile phones, there is a lot of content, there's a lot of communication that might stand to misinterpretation. So what I'm trying to say is earlier lives used to be very simple, and therefore you only had certain facets in life in which you were communicating. But today, imagine the amount of conversations that you're having with people, and that might end up creating some bit of insecurity in almost everyone. So while I do believe that you need to have some bit of trust, I also believe in having the best of facial recognition to protect your phone from unauthorized access. Not just the phone, but also the applications that you use on a frequent basis, be it WhatsApp or let's say Instagram. So because I personally feel that at some level your mobile phone is not just your externality. It's also something that is it's your mind, it's your heart, and you're not always speaking your mind all the time, right? If I also talk about situation before the smartphones, I mean, I remember a friend of mine who used to do daily journaling, used to write something in his diary. One day, his father ended up opening his diary and came to know that he had a crush on someone, and it became a big issue in the house, right? So the one thing that I learned from that entire discussion is that I also had a diary, but it had a lock in it. So that was the time when smartphones were non-existent. I feel that same level of diligence I need to do when you are operating a smartphone also. So everything is good, but I think human being or a man or a woman are very unpredictable people, and with a smartphone, the scope for misinterpretation actually increases quite a lot. So that's it. Over to you, Toastmaster Suraj.
Oh, well said. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akshat. And yes, when you mention about the content, I mean, again, mobile speaks about your what's in your mind and what's in your thought, of course. I think sometimes when we just keep life partner away. I think when it comes to kids at home, when it comes to teenagers at home, I think what they are consuming, I think in that case, I think checking the mobile phone should be routine, I think, because the content, because of course mobile speaks a lot about the person, the mobile in which we can see and we can really notice like what are the other things which are really uh, bringing some changes in the behavior of any particular person. So without any further ado, I think we should move forward to our next session, and there the role of our general evaluator for the day will come. And now with that, I would hand over the stage to general evaluator Toastmaster Priya.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Suraj. Yes, we come to the another interesting part and the last leg of the meeting today. That is the evaluation segment. And before I move on to evaluating the table topic speakers, I would request our timer, though she has already pasted the time of the speakers in the chat box, I would still ask her to uh, just briefly mention if there are any disqualifications. Toastmaster Manvi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Freya. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear friends. I have shared the detailed timing report in the chat box. You can look into it and look into how much time you took. There are maximum people are on time both in first round and second round. But in first round, those guest Toastmaster Chandra Prakash took 3 minutes and 25 seconds. That leads to a disqualification. And in the second round, even though all the speakers were on time, but our table topic master, when took the table topic speech, went 3 seconds over time and he took 2 minutes and 33 seconds. So that leads to a disqualification. Otherwise, all the speakers, all the guests were on time. So that was all from my side, Toastmaster Priya, when it comes to timing report. The stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manvi, for the explicit explanation. I mean, very briefly, though, of the timer's report. And thank you for pasting it in the chat box as well for everyone's reference. I would now like to call our grammarian, Toastmaster Suraj, with his report. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. And to present my report, I'll share my screen where I can show you all the good usages for the day. And today in the meeting, I observed really so many good usages which we all can carry and we can use in our day-to-day life. For that, here we have equilibrium, which means balance. Share my 2 cents, it means to give your opinion and thoughts. Sanity means something which is pure. Falter, I can explain, it means to fail, right? I can give you some example, right? Uh, Due to fall of the top order wickets, the confidence of middle order faltered. Next, from the lens of something, it means that if someone is like a perspective, a points of view. Mammoth means it means huge, very huge. We can also say it colossal, right? S plus means to spend so much money carelessly. We have then unsolicited, which means something that is given without any demand, right? We had also some quotes, and one of those was by Abraham Lincoln, which was, "Whatever you are, be a good one." And then we had exotic place. It means something very strange, something a new place, I would say, which has not been explored before. Then we have sophisticated, it means modern, and trust is implicit. It's a sentence which means that something which is very obvious, something that doesn't need evidence to prove. Next, we have flourish, it means thrive. Then we have ethical dilemma, means again, we know dilemma means confusion, and where we are in a situation where we are really in a fix to decide what is right or what is wrong. Then we have devil's advocate, and devil's advocate is someone who always takes opposite side in a discussion. and with some purpose, with some intention, right? Not just to prove himself wrong, but to understand the reality. Then we have flood the phone with jokes. So basically, the flood word has been used here as a as a metaphoric way. For example, if I can say that here, the example is the phone was flooded with so many jokes, means someone has sent you so many jokes. Then we had advent. Advent means the entry or the introduction of something in the market, or we can say the advent of the era, advent of some people, some person, right? The kind of use we can do. We had some usages of the word of the day as well. For example, Toastmaster Priya used word of the day twice. Toastmaster Manvi, Toastmaster Akshat, and Toastmaster Smurti used the word of the day once. So these were the words, good usages, and thank you so much, everyone, for using so many good usages, and also putting in efforts behind using the word of the day. That means a lot, and keep it up. And I hope that this was all the report. Thank you so much. Back to Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suraj, for a very detailed report and very well done, because you did explain the meaning of the good words that were used and the phrases that were used, so that it becomes clear to people if they don't, and they can use it in future in their speeches or their discussions whenever they are participating in any discussion in Toastmasters, outside Toastmasters. And I also appreciate that you did send a reminder in the chat box of using the word of the day, not once, but 2 times. So that was a good reminder for everybody. And I would just like to add here that when you are uh, presenting the report, you could make it a little more easy in terms of using an Excel format, which would make it a little easier. Like you keep different columns. One could be for, the good words used, the phrases used. So it becomes more easy visibility and more understandable, what rather than slide to slide. So it's just one Excel sheet in which you can show different columns where areas of improvement, phrases, good vocabulary, all can be different columns. And against each Toastmaster's name, you can mention it or just mention them as it is. But it becomes very easy on one sheet and you can share that. So thank you very much. I would now like to call upon the R counter, Toastmaster Kshitija, for her report. I'm not sure if she's there. Toastmaster Suraj, can you see her?
Oh. I'll check it out with her. Till that time, I think we can call upon the timer.
Sure, sure. Thank you very much. And a big round of applause to our timer and grammarian for the detailed report on the timings and the usage of good words and phrases in today's meeting. Now, I would like to proceed further, giving an evaluation of the meeting, the way it was conducted. Well, it was definitely a matter of applauding how the agenda of the meeting changed at the last minute, but still it was beautifully arranged with a new plan of action, a new agenda as to if the Toastmaster of the day is not there, how it can move on to a total table topic segment. And even in the table topic session that we had today, there was a beautiful twist brought about by the table topic master. So a big round of applause to the role takers and to the table topic master for making this entire meeting very interesting and very engaging. And the presiding officer, Toastmaster Suraj, you briefed all the role takers right at the beginning of the meeting as to how the meeting is changed, the agenda and the flow of the structure of the meeting has changed. So that was very well done so that everybody is on the same page right at the beginning. Whilst the Sergeant at Arms did highlight Toastmaster Kshitija, I would like to mention here that she highlighted that everybody needs to be on video, but as a presiding officer, I think you could have also reiterated it for the benefit of all the members to come on camera, because when we have a small audience, it feels more encouraging and makes the meeting more interactive if people come on camera. So that is my recommendation to you. Nevertheless, you had a very good interaction with the guests who came, and the beautiful kind of interaction you had with the audience when you asked us to share our experience on anything recently, and the whole discussion went towards the World Championship of Public Speaking and the interesting inputs that we received, especially from Toastmaster Smriti and Toastmaster Manvi. So that was very, very engaging and interesting. Thank you very much. Our Sergeant at Arms, sorry, I missed mentioning about her. Toastmaster Kshitija, she spoke very well, confidently, and laid down the ground rules of the meeting. However, as the Sergeant at Arms is the face of the meeting, the first one to come on camera and start the meeting, I highly recommend her as well as any other Sergeant at Arms to switch on their video and do the role. So otherwise, very well done, Toastmaster Kshitija. I move on to our table topic speakers. Toastmaster Suraj was the first table topic speaker. First and foremost, a very well conducted table topic segment, and a big round of applause to all the speakers for the brilliant takes, very interesting and very engaging viewpoints, and speaking very confidently within the time frame that was allocated for the table topic segment. Toastmaster Suraj, you spoke very confidently. You went straight to the topic. That was, if you had 10 lakhs today, what would you do? So you mentioned about the things very clearly, how you would like to spend the 10 lakhs. You were very clear about it. However, I would like to recommend that, like any speech, even a table topic does have a takeaway for the audience. It is like a mini speech. So there could have been a takeaway. For example, whilst you mentioned about all the things you had in your bucket list, you could have given a takeaway to the audience to say, would you like to do these kind of things like I have done? Or would you like to invest your money in, out of the 10 lakhs, invest maybe 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs, and then spend the rest the way you want? Or you would even like to keep some for charity. So you could have given a takeaway of how that 10 lakhs could have been spent even in ways which you had not thought of. Thank you very much. Very well done. Toastmaster Smriti, one thing you are surprisingly good at. Well, a wonderful take, a wonderful and very inspiring way to bring about your point of view. You had a wonderful opening with the Abraham Lincoln's quote that if you can be anything, be a good one. And that will always stay with me. It's a very beautiful quote. You transition very beautifully from the introduction to the body and the conclusion, wherein you gave a general introduction for the audience, and then you moved on to your personal story of how moving from India suddenly to the US, how you made best use of your time there, and then you brought a nice conclusion with the takeaway. So a brilliant way of the attempting the topic in giving us so many perspectives. Thank you very much. One recommendation again, as I said in the beginning, for all the members and participants, Toastmasters Smriti, you're a wonderful speaker. We would have loved to see you on camera to, see your delivery and expressions and the overall performance. So I hope we can see you next on camera. Thank you. Toastmaster Kshitija, fame or anonymity? You had a very honest, heartfelt confession about your your perspective that you would prefer to be anonymous because you don't want to be judged. That was so brilliantly done, and you spoke very confidently. We would encourage you to come on camera whenever you participate in a table topic session so that we can see your delivery as well. And it would add an additional impact when this speaker is doing impromptu speaking with camera on. And I would encourage you to participate more in table topic segments that would help you understand the framework of the table topic speech from intro to body and conclusion. Going further, Toastmaster Manvi, your favorite excuse for being late. You dive straight into the topic, and it was so brilliantly done. Whilst it was a topic which was talking about being late, and that was totally against your personality. You started off brilliantly about the topic and then digressed and transitioned very beautifully into talking about how you don't like being late and you are always early, and then how you brought it back to say that, yes, I'm voicing what excuse my friends or people around me tell me when they are getting late to come and meet me. So that was brilliantly done. However, one recommendation is that please do have some kind of a takeaway at the end of your table topic speech so that the audience also has a thing to take back with them from your speech. Toastmaster Darshika, travel alone or with friends? Toastmaster Darshika, very well explained, and you started off very well by indicating your point of view for both solo traveling as well as traveling in the group, and then transitioned on why you found travel with friends a better option. That you are able to find things easily. You are more comfortable when you have your tribe with you whenever you go anywhere, so that you won't feel lost. But you could have given an anecdote, a small anecdote in your speech to say how you felt that being with the group. Maybe you could have spoken of an occasion where you went solo traveling and you were lost and you felt very miserable, and as compared to when you were around friends and the trip was wonderful. So you could have given an anecdote to make it more interesting, more impactful. All in all, a wonderful speech. And Toastmaster Chandraprakash, what is the favorite time of the day and why? It was a beautiful take and very appropriate in a Toastmasters meeting where you said that the favorite time of your day is a Sunday and morning 10 to 12:30 when you are engaged in a Toastmasters meeting. I think that is the best reward Toastmasters can hear from a fellow Toastmaster, that being involved quality time in Toastmasters is the best way of spending time on a Sunday, on a holiday. So that was a wonderful perspective. You had a lot of energy and you showed a lot of commitment in your delivery with regards to your topic. I would encourage you to practice table topic segment speeches more, and that would enable you to get more structure in your table topic speech. That was all for the table topic segment. A big round of applause for our table topic master, who did a brilliant, wonderful job not managing one table topic segment, but I think an impromptu second table topic segment where he brought about a beautiful twist in just giving one topic and asking everybody to speak and give their point of view. I have two recommendations if I can make. One is Toastmaster Akshat, you can, in the table topic segment, uh, would request you to mention the topic in the chat box, because sometimes our topic may tend to get a little lengthy. So at that time, it may be difficult for the topic to register in our mind. So it's better if it is pasted on the chat box. And secondly, for your second segment, which was an impromptu table topic segment, maybe to make it even more interesting, you could have had two topics. And after taking a take of asking four table topic speakers to speak on one topic, you could have moved to the second one, which could be another topic, and had other four talk on that. So basically, we would have had a little more engagement, a little more interesting. This I felt towards the end got a bit monotonous, because it was culminating into, a certain perspective on the topic overall. So maybe having two variations could have made it even more interesting and engaging. But all in all, a wonderful, excellent table topic segment and a wonderful meeting. Thank you, and back to you, Presiding Officer, Toastmaster Suraj.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. And before I move forward as presiding officer, Kshitija just needed to go out of the meeting, but she has shared a very comprehensive report of the counter rule. So I'll just take I'll just take a 1 to 2 minutes to explain that. As per the report of Toastmaster Kshitija, there is so much high appreciation goes to Toastmaster Priya, Toastmaster Manvi, Toastmaster Smurti, Toastmaster Darshika, and Toastmaster Akshat for not using a or some clutch words while they were speaking. And she has pointed out Toastmaster Suraj, I mean, that's me, and Chandra Prakash, and herself as well, to focus on the usage of the crossword and to minimize it. Here, from the report, I would highly appreciate the guest, Toastmaster Darshika, for joining for the very first time and speaking so immaculately and fluently. And that is all the report which I can see. Okay. So sorry, I think I just have read out the report in the end, and I hope that the report was clear. Toastmaster Priya, anything else you would like to
Thank you very much. I
say
think,
on this?
yeah, thank you very much for sharing the our counters report also. And I think we have covered all. The only thing missing is if anybody, Toastmaster Smriti, Suraj, Toastmaster Akshat, or Toastmaster Manvi, if anybody would share their 2 cents about my table topic speech, I'd appreciate. I don't know if any of you all made note of it, but since I couldn't do that, I would request any of you to share your 2 cents, if at all you all have noted anything, please.
Yes, I would invite, before someone can come, I can also just say a few words. Quite immaculate personal anecdotes were there, and different from, like, you just followed the other aspect in the second table topics, where you do checked one another phone, and you just brought some mixture of some humorous aspect of that topic, and that was good to listen to you at that time. And again, you are always quite immaculate and in depth thoughts, and that is all I would say. Now I would request if someone is volunteer to speak uh, for your evaluation, like the table topic speech evaluation.
Toastmaster Priya, I would like to just add to what Toastmaster Suraj just said. Like, I don't exactly recollect that segment when you were speaking, because even though if you tell me what your speech was, I can probably recollect some bit of it. But the more recent one that you spoke about, especially on mm, on whether partners should be checking each other's phones, what I feel is that whenever you are delivering content, it's it's actually very very structured. It appears to be, if I feel hooked the moment you start speaking, so I know that it's very easy to understand when you speak, and the way you structure your content is also very nice. So I can obviously feel that there is a starting, there is a body, and then there is a conclusion, right? So that's good about it. The second thing that I can recollect is that there is a poise in the way you speak. So every time you're speaking on something and you're delivering it, I can see that your delivery is actually very smooth. I don't feel it rushing anywhere. So that's the top of the mind that I can recollect whatever you spoke today.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suraj and Toastmaster Akshat. Both of you all have evaluated me on my second segment of the table topic. It's okay. I was looking for the first one where it was luxury versus simplicity. That was my topic, but it's okay. In the interest of time, we can just move ahead with the final proceedings of the meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. And now comes the last but certainly not the least part of the session of the meeting, where we just exchange few words with our guests and with the fellow Toastmasters who have joined it. I can see like both of the guests are not there, but okay. But we did have a very good meeting, unlike the regular structure of the Toastmaster meet. And for the last few meetings, I think I do feel a little bit of nervousness and feel a little bit of like low confidence, right? Just because, not just because that I have to take up the role, just because the entire meeting has to go through a kind of overhaul, right? There are certain changes we have to implement and we have to make right in the beginning of the meeting, and that makes me a little bit nervous, right? And I was in the beginning, but seeing meeting coming to 1800, I mean 6 p.m. I think it speaks volumes of the Toastmaster Club of Lucknow and the members of the meeting. And meanwhile, I would extend my heartfelt thanks to Toastmaster Priya, Toastmaster Smriti, Toastmaster Manvi, Toastmaster Akshat, and Toastmaster Dev, who have been there for behind the success of this meeting. And now I would like anyone to say something. If you and because before I just say something more, we have just escaped the certificate and the polling activity, just because this link is not the regular one which we used to have, and we don't have that tools in prepared way, so that we have to just escape that thing, and then but yes, we are here to exchange the feedbacks. And now I would request you all to just come up with some feedbacks. How did you feel and how was the meeting? Toastmaster PMM, you joined after so long, and uh, I hope that this time when you
Suraj,
join, people will be there.
you are very kind to give me a lot of honor every time I come and ask me for my feedback. Thank you very much. What I would, as I said in my feedback on the evaluation also, that the beauty of the meetings of Toastmaster Club of Lucknow, which I really, really admire and appreciate, is that even though the strength is small, and even though there are last minute challenges, I think the community or the members and the support system is so strong that you're able to pull off the meeting beautifully executed every single time that it is done. So a big round of applause to the members, the office bearers, and all the support community of Toastmasters that you have who are there standing with Toastmasters Club of Lucknow always. There is something about the vibe that comes here. I mean, I know that if I don't attend it for several weeks and Suraj comes back and says, "Ma'am, are you available today?" And I'm like, "Oh, I have to attend it today. I just have to attend it." So I feel belonged here. That says a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your feedback. And one thing is also to notice today that I would request everyone to give a huge round of applause. Though she is not here, Toastmaster Chitija, she has been planning to take up the role of auxiliary, role of the, I mean, our counter for I think almost 2 months, maybe, right, or maybe more than that. And just because sometimes the role you was eliminated, sometimes she was unavailable, but today somehow she could make it. So I would highly appreciate her as a counter, and of course she did a great job. And thank you so much. And now, anything else from anyone's end? Toastmaster Smurti, Toastmaster Manvi, then we'll call it a day. Okay. So let's call it a day. And now, from as a presiding officer to as a sergeant at arms, I will call it a day for the meeting. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you and have a